It's time for a huge announcement, everyone. You're not going to want to miss this. That's right. Super Stripe Bros Ultimate Triple Deluxe The Return of Jafar will have this abomination as a playable character. Get hyped. Coming for the Nintendo 8DS 2023 billion and a half. So assuming I got this out in time, it's been 5 years since Smash Ultimate. This was one of the most important games ever to me. It helped me get through my early college years, was the glue between me and multiple friend groups, what I was obsessed over for too long to count, how to put myself out more, and most importantly, was how I got this channel started. It only made sense for me to honor the game turning 5, and for that, I'm going to count down all the reveal trailers. Now this is specifically all the newcomer reveals, not including the World of Light reveal, meat costumes, or everyone is here. The game reveal is counted though, since it also revealed Inklings. Also, no echoes, they being last, so why bother? I'm going to try and look at all the trailers as their own as trailers, but bias will obviously be a factor for one of the characters I wanted. I can't help it. 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, I'm going to make this perfectly clear before anyone jumps to conclusions. I think Bias was a good pick. Three Houses is huge. They have a very unique moveset, and honestly, people expecting the whole fighter pass to be all third parties were insane. We obviously had to get at least one first party. With that said, this trailer sucks balls. My number one problem with some Smash trailers is making it too obvious who's the reveal. But hey, give all its other obvious reveals credit. They didn't ever just directly show their face right at the start and take a minute to say what we already knew. And this does it in the weirdest way possible, showing what looks like Three Houses models, and Solus chastises Violet for getting into trouble. So obviously, the best choice for them is to enter a world where literally everyone, including gods and universe destroyers, want your blood. Good thing joining Smash will consume darkness. Bro, the vileness this caused in the Smash community is enough to feed you for a year. The gameplay section is fine. In general, I'll skip over that, since there's not too much to say, but like, genuinely, whoever approved this Too Many Swordmen line, I hope you step on a Lego wearing wet socks. We then get the shocking revelation that Byleth will, in fact, get female alts. Something like 6 characters already have, 2 which are Fire Emblem characters. Yeah, they make this out to be a big twist. Also, I love that it's not like a summoning of the female Byleth. So if it's just talking to male Byleth, then suddenly a woman jump scare. Wow, estrogen works fast. But Sylvis then grants them the blessing of the hero relics, which I'll admit is a fun way to introduce them and separate them from the other sword users. And I also like Violet saving Squirrel from Ridley. That's really cute. But then they show the still looks unfinished Final Smash, and we're back at Bad Town. They should have used a much better Fat Albert Final Smash. Well, not the worst trailer or anything, and I do enjoy how Violet plays. I'm sorry, but this trailer had an uphill battle, and it shattered its kneecaps on the first step. There's absolutely nothing wrong with Isabel's trailer, honestly. It's slower paced, yeah, but like, it's Isabel, that worked for her. It's just up against stiff competition, it makes it hard for a relatively low energy trailer to bring the hype as much as the ones above. Again, that's giving me the feeling of being made in the engine of Animal Crossing. Whether it is or not, I don't know, but it looks like it. There's not much here to comment on. I like Isabel stomping Sonic, the transition to the title is weirdly sudden, and of course, the big thing, the reveal of a new Animal Crossing game. That'd be the most interesting thing to do in a character trailer, so that gives them massive points, as is clearly a depressed Tom Nook. But overall, it's cute, but it can't get higher. I debated so hard where I should place Piranha Plant. On one hand, it's hilarious. Seeing Luigi and Yoshi all dazed, Mario freaking pissed, only for, Plant. Weird that they're heading up an item. Oh god, it's moving, oh god! Yeah, the reaction is definitely the biggest thing it has going for it. Because in a vacuum, and being completely fair, it's a pretty whatever trailer. Since, well, it's just in-game footage. The only non-Echo fighter would have a distinction. Which definitely isn't a fun thing to have. But again, it's funny, so I give it a pass. Also, I love the zoom in on his little feet. Seriously, MatPat, I need to know, how do plant feet work? Xenoblade Chronicles 2 gets one of the most split reactions I've seen from a game. People who like it praise it the second coming, the people who hate it treat it as the worst game ever made. The Pyra Mythos trailer has a high task of uniting these fandoms. They don't. Pyra gets a lot of flack from detractors for being nothing but waifu bait, but the fans push back against it. So maybe showing her doing absolutely nothing before the game footage isn't the best idea? Also not a good idea is waiting over a minute to show Pyra, despite it being really obvious that she's being revealed. With that said, this shot of Pyra fighting Link, Zero Suit, and Dark Pit is legitimately one of the coolest things in these trailers, only to be immediately surpassed by Mithra cutting the bomb and it blowing up in Link's face. A quick transition from Mithra fighting Samus in the game to being non-game footage. Despite massively preferring Pyra, Mithra was carrying this trailer hard. End with the Shulk fight and talking Turtle Dragon thing. Despite a rough start, it ends pretty greatly. Also, I haven't played Xenoblade 2, but I already tell that Pompey is a little gremlin, and she appears here, and I love her. A little while before we got the first reveal of Fighter Pass 2, it was teased we're going to get an ARMS fighter first. This caused the entire fanbase to go full detective mode to find out who will be, and in like 3 minutes, everyone universally agrees that's me, Min Min. And they subverted our expectations by having it be Biff, baby, let's go! But yeah, it's Min Min. And her trailer's pretty good. Yes, it makes it obvious that it's Min Min. As much as I would love for them to have Min Min in her ramen shop, only to lose to like Kid Cobra or something. But the styles of this is great. Stringman does a Zam face. Actually, there's a lot of good Mimi faces that people ignore because don't carry their arms. And of course, the slurp. People know by now, but they actually brought Captain Falcon's voice actor to just eat noodles. Honestly, my dream job. Also, Kirby is cute, and that alone puts it above the others. Okay, so the dual reveal of Ken and Incineroar is pretty cool. Let's talk about the elephant in the room first. You're probably tired of hearing it by now, but let's talk about the Grinch leak. A bit before this trailer, an image of 7 new characters was posted online, and the image was extremely convincing. Especially the story of this being from promotional art works since it also had an image of the Grinch from the 2018 film, shown before it was actually used in the film's marketing. Now, obviously, famous YouTuber Masahiro Sakurai didn't know this when the trailer was made, but like, it's hard to ignore because one of the lead characters is Ken, and the trailer starts great with this fight between him and Little Mac. Mac continues to take L's, Ken cheats on his wife, and then we get the furry. Oh, disappointment heard across the world, not because Insane was in the game, but because he suplexed the possibility of any other lead characters being in the game. Besides the one people arguably cared the least about. His introduction is pretty great too, with him being shown in shadows, only revealing himself after Ken murders Little Mac. I like to think that since Incineroar's Dex entry states that he actually really loves kids and sticking up for weaker people, and Mac is only 17, he's going to help him out. Also, wow, he's got so much hair. Why does he have so much hair? Also, those dang boxers, this isn't your sport, idiot! Yeah, this trailer is much funnier than it really is. But hey, that's what the Grinch wanted. The final character was Sora. Well, not one I particularly wanted. In fact, every single character from both fighter passes were just characters that fall into the category of not one I wanted, but I'm happy for those who do. I'm more likely to get struck by a flying ice cream truck and live than get a character I want. But Sora was a good pick. Highly requested, of course, but more notably, it makes sense for the final character, the biggest crossover, to be the main character of the other biggest crossover. I also like to start referencing the reveal with the big smash ball and the alien staring at it. I also really love the plasticky look of it. And also, Donkey Kong's in the funny pose! After the chat for people who wanted something from Dark Souls though, you got absolutely baited here. This is just a trailer that makes me happy. With lighthearted music, the really fun clips they have. Heck, they really have fighting. It's mostly just Sora having fun with other characters. And of course the handshake with Mario. They made sure to focus on a keychain. They wanted you to know how much that fricker costs. Smash really lacks villains. This game did a lot to improve that, but they're still lacking, especially when it comes to third-party villains. Before Fighters Pass 2, we had none, but they added 2, including Kazuya Mishima. I like how sinister this is. The more realistic look overall, starting with Ganondorf dead, before finally revealing Kazuya. Second characters were talked about a lot, but it was always Jin or Heihachi, so seeing this was a huge shock. Not as shocking as Kazuya throwing everyone off a cliff. The first 2 were Captain Falcon in a pit, 2 dead franchises, then Min Min, let's be honest, we ain't getting another ARMS game, and Marth, who gets replaced in every FE game. What I'm trying to say is murder, but Kirby survives my goat. They really increased the villain vibes here. Even the poster for Kazuya has him about to kill Ryu, with everyone freaking out, and Luigi trying to stop Pikachu from helping Ryu. I think he's in on it. And then there's just Bowser being like, humph, about time we get some real villains. I should marry him. My only problem is that this trailer is really slow. Yeah, Kazuya is a brain-dead character, but every clip they show feels like it's in slow-mo. Despite this is a killer trailer. You see killer because of the cliff thing. Everyone I've ever seen discuss this topic always brings the Jokers among the best. These people are also Persona 5 fans. I can tell. In a complete vacuum, you could argue this is actually the worst trailer. This feels very close to a gameplay showcase. The other party members narrate the whole thing, explaining how he plays. They go into detail about his stage, It's again super slow, and honestly, I feel like if you're not into Persona 5, it could be kind of boring. The intro is really what boosts us here. At the Game Awards, it had the Phantom Thieves actually hack the broadcast before revealing Joker, which is a really cool idea. I do wish we had some interactions between the thieves and the characters. This is the only one with pre-rendered footage to not show anyone besides a newcomer, so that's a bit disappointing. But besides that, Joker's looking pretty cool. I think one of the biggest missed opportunities of Ultimate is World of Light. I actually really like this mode. I literally played it 100% 4 times, but it could have been so much better with cutscenes and some interactions between the characters. The intro scene is the best example of this, but Heroes trailer is another good example. It starts with Link getting beaten up by Darkon's forces, where they look different from the game. But don't worry, there's a true hero. A horse. Actually, we never actually see the horse in full, I noticed. They really needed to pay the horse budget. The gameplay section just has a lot of fun scenes. Hero's huge arsenal really opens out a lot to do with it, and it gets really good when other heroes come in. Mostly because slime! Also, probably the best gameplay showcase here. They really show off Hero's down special well, without being too explaining like Joker's. We just need more horses. Banjo's trailer actually uses how obvious the reveal is to its advantage. The second the Jiggy appears, you know who it is. But since it's been so long since they've appeared, we don't know what they're going to look like. And being a repeat of K-Rool's trailer really adds to it. I love that K-Rool is now friends with Donkey Kong, and that's a frame-for-frame recreation of his trailer, except he takes it to the extreme. These two are just so expressive, it's great. There's a theory that after Joker stole K-Rool's crown in his trailer, it changed his heart like how he does so in Persona 5. And this builds off that by showing him as a changed man. Duck Hunt's fake out is great too. I like that they actually use his laugh from the game, which is really absent in Smash itself. And of course, Banjo and Kazooie look great, both in gameplay and just overall. It's a good showcase. But like, why is it that after K-Rool was so happy to see them, they just murder him for no reason? A recurring trend in both these trailers and fan art is the letter. In a lot of trailers, appear to be a letter with a Smash symbol on it, inviting them to the game. While it's been done in trailers before and since, Terry's trailer definitely does it the best. It starts with a ton of different SNK characters trying to get the letter with little references to their games. SNK feels like a good company to do this with. While it certainly got its fans, unlike Sega or Capcom, which have a ton of notable names, that would really sting to see them get snubbed. With Terry being their only real big star, this just feels like so much fan service instead of a slam. Same with the stage and the music and everything, they really hecking love SNK. Terry himself doesn't get a lot of attention here, but that's fine. His gameplay part is fun enough. He's still a brand new character. It's not like he's gonna get immediately overshadowed by a Mii costume just a few minutes later. Yeah, so let's just address the giant, blocky, pixelated elephant in the room. Steve's trailer broke Twitter more than Elon Musk ever could. The site literally just stopped working for a time, just based on how many people were posting about it. The only other time this happened was Michael Jackson's death back in 2009. This is clearly the more important of the two, though. This is actually the calmest trailer after Isabel's, but that massively works to his advantage. We don't need some grand build-up or some insane deep-cut references for Steve. It's Minecraft. All you need is just to show him and people will go insane. And they did that well by having the most anticlimactic reveal ever. He just walks in, boom, Steve's in the game. But that works so well, and it's just really funny. I actually realized that he was in before a lot of people, it seemed. I noticed the Minecraft puppet effect and the monster eyes. While I was anxiously waiting for the gun to be fired, I love seeing people who were completely clueless getting to the big reveal. The gameplay itself really shows his kit well, and how one-to-one he is with the original game. Plus having fun bits with Alex, Zombie, and Enderman, especially with him looking at Snake through the box. Seriously though, why can Sonic punch people to Minecraft? Okay, can we appreciate how good these trailers look? It genuinely has a film quality level animation. Everything is so detailed, you can count Zelda's hair. Sephiroth's trailer is the pinnacle of that. Show an alternate version of World of Light trailer. It has all the characters getting absolutely yeeted, besides my girl Rosalina, she's still perfect. And then, flex. Yeah, if you need to show how much of a Chad your character is, have them casually murder the final boss, then immediately take on the rest of the cast. And these faces, you couldn't go anywhere without seeing these faces for a good time. His gameplay segment really goes out of the way to show how much of a menace Sephi is, with every scene being either him decimating his opponents, or not a Final Fantasy VII. Most obviously is the obligatory Aerith reference. Also him cutting the stage in half, the most raw thing I've ever seen. Also, Mario dies. But not really. But I like Steffi just casually throwing him to the side to fight Cloud, and as he was Final Smash, which I didn't forget. Shut up! Sakurai, please change his side special to having him eat Mario. This trailer is also the reveals trailer, so that obviously has a more weight to it than most reveals. I do appreciate that before we even know the title, we know what Inklings are in. Everyone knew they were locked for the game. Honestly, Inklings not being in this game would be more shocking than Mario not being in this game. But hey, I only have an Inkling PFP I made on some random icon maker, which somehow became my personality, so of course I wanted these little ink puddles in. But who cares? New Smash game? Yeah, let's not kid around. This being the reveal that shook the world is why it's here. I really don't need to say much, but like, that's just the giant flying fiery Smash ball in the room. This giant flying fiery Smash ball in the room. Not only did this traumatize my poor inky child, but also gave us these freaking silhouettes. There was so many arguments and debates on who these are. But them showing Breath of the Wild Link alongside Mario is signifying that Mario will get a full Odyssey moveset, or that this skinny guy is Pokemon trainer. Doesn't matter, we never found out who these are, and everyone's back anyways. This guy is definitely George Jetson though. So, Murder is pretty cool. Simon & Richter's trailer immediately gets on my good side with its great gothic atmosphere and a feeling of unease as Luigi realizes he's not in an average dark mansion. This is advanced darkness. Then Luigi dies. Luigi actually dies. That is a dead Luigi. There is a dead Luigi in this trailer. Thankfully, the power of the Bible is enough to give death a truly grim adventure, where we then get the gameplay showcase, where we see this. This is why it's number 3. If we already knew Simon was coming thanks to a music leak, let's really get bamboozled by Richter. No one saw us coming. And it's pretty funny to see people in reactions being like, yeah, Simon, I love Castlevania. Why is Jotaro here? You know, the same way people who begged for Jenny and Nick All-Stars will react when we get Vexus. But Richter's is cool too. I especially like how they showed the boss fight with Dracula before they even confirmed World of Light. Also, Luigi is too scared to return back to his body, and he's still lying there dead. So fun! Showing off a character's personality should be objective number 1 for these trailers. Sure, how they play is important, but for a game with so many different characters, all with different fans, you really want to show why these characters were requested in the first place. Despite how little he appears in it, Ridley's might be the best example. If you've never played a Metroid game, it's easy to assume Ridley is just a mindless monster. What makes him so special is that he's actually very intelligent. He's a sadistic monster who loves tormenting his foes. Taking out Mario and Mega Man in fairly brutal ways, ambushing Samus, blowing up her ship, all of being a cheeky little pterodactyl, and spinning Mario's hat on his finger. The gameplay really hammers this in, really showing off his brutal nature, and also whatever this is. And what's just objectively the best tagline in any of these, it's easy to see why Ridley is such a big deal. Process of elimination tells you it's K-roll, so why build it up? Well, maybe because it's based? Everything good about the ones below it are pumped to 11. They capture K-roll perfectly, from his goofy side to his more menacing side. Think out with DDD. DK and Diddy being animated so amazingly. The most hype music in any of these trailers. The confirmation that K. Rool and the Kongs are so powerful that they can literally make shockwaves just by punching. It's just perfect. And yes, also K. Rool was my second most wanted for this game, so some bias is there, but even without that, this is a perfect trailer. It's funny, it's awesome. It's the best trailer for one of my favorite games of all time. Now, before I end this off, let's just give a moment of solidarity for all of those who had to fall to give us these wonderful trailers. Luigi deserved it though.